Good evening, and thank you for attending Literacy Volunteers' virtual multicultural celebration. My name is Tammy Jackson, and I am the Executive Director for Literacy Volunteers.
First, I would like to thank the Junior Women's Club of Milford for sponsoring this event and supporting literacy volunteers for over 25 years. In 1994, they were the original charter members of the Literacy Center, and they continue to support the center and our activities. The Junior Women's Club of Milford has been supporting local organizations for over 50 years. Thank you, ladies.
Wow, what a year we've had! Last year we had to cancel our multicultural celebration, like many other events all over the world. But we have learned a lot over the year, and virtual platforms have allowed us to continue meeting, engaging with others while still promoting our programs. I am proud of the work we have done during this time. Some additions that evolved from COVID-19 were setting up a YouTube page, purchasing Zoom for online teaching, creating 4 new online classes, online tutor training, class recordings for students to access at their convenience, and online continuing education classes. Although we had a difficult time reaching our students in the beginning, we were able to adapt quickly and our programs resumed. In the end, our 65 tutors volunteered 3,312 hours in 2020. That's only 200 hours less than 2019, which was 3,500, which I think is remarkable considering all of the obstacles. Thank you to so many tutors who understood this need and did their best to work with us so we could continue helping people with their English skills. Our organization simply would not survive without you. I'm most appreciative that you supported our mission of improving literacy. Next, I'd like to introduce Literacy's Board of Directors President, Heather Carolyn.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Heather Carolyn, and I'm the president of the Board of Directors of the Literacy Volunteers of Southern Connecticut. I'd like to thank you all for coming this evening as we share in the writings of our students. Thank you to our students, to our volunteers, to our Board of Directors, and to the Executive Director for all the time and effort that goes into our programs. Our students are wonderful. They're showcased this evening in their writings and their readings and all the skills they've learned as a student. So sit back, enjoy the evening, and thank you again for supporting Literacy Volunteers of Southern Connecticut.
April is Volunteer Appreciation Month, and we are happy to report that our literacy volunteers are making a huge difference in our students' lives and helping them to reach their goals. Through weekly tutoring, many of our students entered into higher education or training. Some were able to get a job or improve their career. Some received their GED and citizenship. Others voted for the first time, received a driver's license, registered for college, and became even more involved in their children's activities. It is because of our volunteers that Literacy Volunteers is able to exist, grow, and continue helping so many people on a regular basis. When you help adults to speak English, you are allowing parents to talk with their children about their homework. Parents are able to have parent-teacher conferences with a teacher and follow the progress of their child in school. You are also teaching adults the English language so they can better interact with an employer or customers in their place of employment. These skills may enable them to be promoted and communicate better within their work environment. Some of you are tutoring basic English skills and GED skills so adults can move forward in their lives with a diploma and set higher goals for themselves. And thanks to our preschool readers, although they are on a break due to COVID-19, our youth will grow up with memories of your weekly visits and the joy you brought them because you read them a book. The decision to become a literacy volunteer tutor has helped thousands of people over the last 25 years of its incorporation. To the Board of Directors, tutors, readers, fundraising volunteers, and friends of literacy, thank you for the time and effort you dedicate to others so that they can have a better quality of life. The city of Milford and town of Stratford are very diverse. Currently, there are 45 different languages spoken in these homes, and more than 15,000 adults are without a high school diploma. We strive to reach out to help many of them. We offer several tutor training classes throughout the year so we can continuously meet the needs of those looking to us for help. Next, I would like to introduce one of our tutors to share about her experience. Meet Patty Ilioff.
My name is Patty Ilioff. I am a tutor of the Literacy Volunteers of Southern Connecticut. I have been meeting weekly at the Milford Literacy Center since November 2020 with my student Olga from Colombia. Her goal is to become a United States citizen. We have been using resources given to the literacy program from the United States Citizenship Immigration Services to prepare for this test. This naturalization test has 4 components: English speaking, reading, writing, and civic knowledge of U.S. history and government. My student and I have set up weekly tasks to complete to obtain her ultimate goal. We read, have discussions, and use worksheets to study U.S. history and government. We practice speaking English with correct pronunciation. My student practices exercises and writing answers to questions she may be asked with this test. We plan to role play the citizenship testing process to help my student become familiar, relaxed, and comfortable. This has been a rewarding experience for me as a volunteer. I have developed an enjoyable relationship with my student. I feel I am benefiting from this relationship as much as she is. My student is learning about our country, culture, and improving her English language. I am learning skills and teaching English as a second language, learning about my student's culture, and enjoying seeing her progress towards her goals. We both look forward to our weekly classes.
Thank you, Patty, for sharing your experience with literacy volunteers. It is because of you and all of our volunteers that we continue to help people and make a difference in their lives. Usually at this time, I would pass around a small thank you gift to thank all of our volunteers. I have a literacy volunteer cup and flower for each of you as my way of saying thanks. Please stop by the center to pick up my token of our appreciation for all that you do for literacy volunteers. Next, I would like to introduce Florence Gambino and Betty Gerner. Next year in 2022, these 2 fabulous women will have been with the center for 20 years. They will be announcing the anniversaries and student accomplishments.
These are the anniversaries for the year 2020 and 2021. 30 years, Barbara Hilly. 25 years, Monica Foreign. 20 years, John Scalisi. 15 years, Gail Haas, Helen Anastasio, and Dave Gregory. 10 years, Tracy Edwards and Jack Gleason. And 5 years, Judy Salemi, Pat Haddon, Deb Grossman, and Richard Leventhal. Thank you to all of you for all of the time you've given to literacy volunteers.
Okay, so I have the privilege of announcing student accomplishments. We have those who have obtained their U.S. citizenship. And these folks include Hajar Yapisi, Enes Yapisi, Shika Garg, Carlos Mendoza Garcia, and Olga Lucia Mendoza.
2 students got green cards. They're Aisha Sahin and Yongni Choi. And a Latino got a work permit. And a number of students obtained a job. These include Elia Achatino, Raquel Soto, Diana Riverio, Olga Lucia Mendoza, Aseret Yapisi, Priyanka Karmaker, Becky Zing, Samar Modemesha, Carolina Ramirez, Shika Garg, Katerina Stoliar, Simone Kazarin, Luis Sanchez, and Hannah Park. Now, some of the students got better jobs. These include Jessica Ontiveros, Rafael Hilaire, Cesar Hernandez, Victoria Abaswar, and Carolina Ramirez. A few very happy people got their wheels. That is to say, their driver's license. These include Simone Cazarin, Aceria Pisi, Caterina Perez de Tito, Inez Yapisi, Seda Gesselert Gedek, Hannah Park, Jania Abdieva, and Olga Suvarova. Two of our students registered to vote for the first time, and these include Seda Yeselert Gedek and Shika Garg. And we have one person who opened their own business, and this is Carmela Yu. And one good person, Olga Lucia Mendoza, fostered a child. Congratulations to all of you. We're very proud of you.
Thank you, Florence and Betty. Every year we like to point out someone who has gone above and beyond with his or her volunteerism. It goes to someone whose dedication and commitment exceeds expectation and ensures the success of our program. This year we would like to present the Volunteer Appreciation Award to 3 tutors who adapted quickly at the beginning of the 2020 shutdown and learned how to use technology to continue teaching. Meet Larry Knoll, David Bach, and Dee Belkin. Larry Knoll came to the center in 2017 and has 2 classes plus individual students. Larry teaches in person on Wednesday afternoons as well as the Thursday and Friday class. Larry is also a member of the board of directors and has joined the virtual marketing committee. Last year, his grand total of volunteer hours was 428. David Bach joined Literacy Volunteers in 2019. David teaches the Monday night conversation class. In 2020, he was quick to answer my call when we needed a replacement for the class. He meets weekly with his students on Zoom and uses the Easy English News Online, which opens up conversation for the class. David's volunteer hours totaled 272. And Dee Belkin joined Literacy Volunteers in 2018 and quickly adapted her teaching with her 2 students. She uses FaceTime, and her conversations with one student involves around movies. They both watch on their own and then they discuss the content. They talk about phrases or situations that require explanation. She has also joined us in the office on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Last year, Dee's volunteer time was 197 hours. Thank you, Larry, David, and Dee, for being so supportive with the changes we needed to make and making a challenging situation easier for me and all of the students you were supporting. I have an engraved clock for each of you with the inscription, "Thank you for volunteering your time with Literacy Volunteers."
Well, I'll say this. There's a saying that if you like your work, you'll never work a day in your life. And I think I speak for all of us when I say that we enjoy helping our students. We enjoy helping them to adjust to life in a new country and easing their integration into our society here. So, we get a lot out of it. And we hope to contribute back to the students, but we're happy to do it. And we hope to continue doing it.
Thank you, Larry. David?
Thanks, Tammy. I'm thankful to be a part of Literacy Volunteers of Southern Connecticut. And I appreciate all those who support it and make it work. It provides a really important service in our community, and it's certainly added a positive sense of purpose in my own life. I've met a remarkable and motivated group of students who taught me about their native countries and cultures. And thanks to Betty Gerner, Tim O'Sullivan, and Tammy, if I've been paying attention, they've helped me become a more effective tutor.
Thanks, David. Dee?
Oh my God, how can I top that? David, you're killing me. For me, this has been sheer joy. I love it. I think I get so much more out of tutoring from my students than they do from me. And it's a friendship, a bond. I can't imagine doing anything else now since I retired And Tammy is amazing. Thank you so much for all your help. And for everybody else, congratulations, guys. Happy to be the girl taking home the bronze, by the way.
Congratulations to all three of you.
Thank you all.
Several students also participated in the writing part of our program. We took all of their essays and printed them into a booklet keepsake. Many stories include coming to America, what was their country like, my best friend, and things that they have learned. Please stop by the center to pick up your copy. These are for all of our tutors and students. Usually this would be the time I would call up certain students to read their essays. But thanks to technology, I will introduce Ingrid from Brazil, Olena from Ukraine, Aisha from Turkey, Carlos from Brazil, and Olga from Colombia. This is their story.
Hi, my name is Ingrid. I'm from Brazil, and I will talk about my experience here in USA. What is happening in your mind is what you are attracting, and we attract our dominant thoughts. This quote came from The Secret Book. Since I read this book, this quote stayed in my mind. I always had a dream to live in another country and have a different experience in my life, learn a new language, and immerse myself in a different culture. In 2019, my husband received a job opportunity to work in the US, and we didn't need to think twice before we accepted. Our journey starts in March 2020, and I will never forget. Our lives changed forever. We start to live a dream, but another big event was about to start, and we barely knew what awaited us. Yes, it was the COVID-19. I never thought that a simple virus could change the lives of so many people at the same time. Unfortunately, the pandemic was real and started 2 weeks after I arrived in Milford. Our first month here were all about watching movies and series on Netflix, cooking, exercising with classes on YouTube, and research the most different types of things on the internet. Oh, and of course getting even more addicted to social networks. I was not quite understanding what's going on and the magnitude of it all, but I was happy because I was making a dream come true. Despite all this, I had another challenge. I need to practice my English. But how could I practice without knowing any American? I started to search for English courses, and fortunately I found the Literacy Center. I started doing in-person classes, and a week later everything closed. I was so happy because I met new people, and in addition, I could learn English. But thankfully, we have technology. This is my takeaway from the pandemic. I could stay at home and get the classes online. It could not be better. I decided to join all the classes that I could, and I met many incredible people. My teachers are incredible persons, always patient and ready to help. I can simply say that the Literacy Center and the teachers made my experience here lighter and easier. I would like to thank each one of you, Tammy, Linda, Larry, Wendy, Peggy, and David, for giving your precious time helping and welcome immigrants like me to start a new life in such a rich and special country. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Olena from Ukraine. I'm here in USA 1 year and 8 months, and I knew English before I moved. I thought I knew, but when I start to communicate with people here, I realized that I don't know English enough good. So I learned it, I study it now, I improve it, and I was very lucky to meet good people here in USA who helped me with many things, and especially with learning English and culture of USA. And one is good and very helpful place for me in my English education was this literacy volunteer of Southern Connecticut. And see, I still learn. This is my pronunciation lesson because I still have some trouble, so I need to work more. So that's all.
Hi, my name is Ayşe. I'm from Turkey. My essay is about my good friend Sevtap. My friend's name is Sevtap. She is Turkish. She is 42 years old. She is married. Sevtap is 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighs about 145 pounds. Her hair is brown and her eyes are brown. She has a light brown complexion. She usually wears jeans and sweater to school. She wears track suits at home. She is serious and helpful. She writes good poetry. She likes working. She has 2 children and she is a good mother. She likes to spend her free time with her family. We get along very well together.
Hi everyone, my name is Carlos and I'm from Brazil. I have lived in Milford with my wife and my daughter since we arrived here in US in June 2019. We came to US due to a position transfer at the company group I used to work in Brazil. I have worked for this group for almost 17 years. My daughter is 16 and she's a junior at Florence High School. She's a smart girl and speaks English very well. My wife attends English classes almost every day and she's improving her English fast. A friend presented us to literacy and since we arrived here in US, they have provided an awesome support to improve our English skills. I had classes with John Scalisi and now my tutor is David Bach, a fantastic and patient person who assisted me to prepare the essay I will read to you. I hope you enjoy it. Living abroad. Living and working abroad was something that I thought about since I was a teenager. It would be an opportunity to learn about another culture, to meet new people, and to improve my ability to speak a foreign language. I hoped to grow as a professional and as a person. These thoughts were just thoughts for a long period. The first time I had the opportunity to work in another country, I couldn't accept as the request of my mother. Now I'm having this experience here in US, more than 20 years after I first imagined the opportunity. It was not as easy as I expected at the beginning, but with the support of family and friends, I'm feeling more confident and comfortable, and I'm enjoying the experience. The time has passed quickly during the year I have been living here. I have met many interesting people and been able to visit many beautiful places. I'm having great experiences at work and literacy is supporting me in a great way to improve my English skills. I can say I'm being blessed. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Olga Mendoza, and this is a little bit about my life in the United States. Living in the United States has been a wonderful and challenging experience. Years ago, I came to this country because I was motivated by love for my future husband. We were married in the United States, and I expected to build a family and learn new things about this culture. But I never imagined how many wonderful and amazing opportunities I would find. First of all, I looked for education and found some schools which offer free programs like ESL, GED, and other device courses that help immigrants to improve their knowledge and skills. I was surprised to meet such kind and dedicated volunteers who offer their time to provide support to people. Then I looked for a job. Unlike my country, I came upon many more jobs opportunities, such as work in fast food restaurants, as a babysitter or in house cleaning jobs. Even though I worked at some of those jobs, my biggest dream was to start my own business. After a few years, I opened an office aimed at helping Hispanic people. During the next 11 years, I devoted my time and effort supporting people to do the following: to make money transfer transactions, sending packages to their countries, filling out forms and applications for different purposes. As a notary, I served as a witness and authenticate signatures of important transactions like adoption papers, contracts, authorization, and so on. I worked hard to maintain a high level of good service and quality in the market. That was an enriching experience. But cycles end, and I felt it was time for a change. I looked around and realized that I had devoted too much time to work. I had forgotten what is most important to me, my family. So my husband and I decided to move to West Haven to start our new projects. I can't imagine my life without immigrating to this beautiful country.
What progress, and so inspirational. So much to be proud of. Ingrid, Elena, Aisha, Carlos, and Olga. Well done. Thank you for sharing your stories. Volunteer Appreciation Month is an opportunity to celebrate the importance of the people in our organization and to honor the volunteers who are making a difference by helping children and adults to read and write better every day. As you all know by now, I will be leaving Literacy Volunteers at the end of the summer. I feel incredibly blessed to have been offered this opportunity to meet and work with so many of you for 19 years. During these years, some of the center's accomplishments include updating our tutor training program, offering continuing education classes for our tutors, remote learning and classes to view at a student's convenience, cultural education and enrichment classes. We renovated our office, rebranded the center, changed our organization name, opened 2 satellite offices at the Milford and Stratford libraries. We've also partnered with several organizations, including United Way of Milford, Resource Center, Boys and Girls Club, and the Stratford Sterling House. Over the past 19 years, our volunteers have donated 51,000 hours. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you do to keep our organization flourishing. And I always like to finish with this poem about why be a volunteer. It's not for the money, it's not for the fame, it's not for any personal gain. It's just for the love of your fellow man. It's just to give a helping hand. It's just to give a little of oneself. That's something you can't buy with wealth. It's not for a medal worn with pride. It's for that feeling deep inside. It's that feeling that you've been part of helping people far and near. That's what makes you a volunteer. Thank you for attending our multicultural celebration. Hope to see you in person in 2022, gathering, eating delicious ethnic treats, and celebrating all that brings us together. Have a good night.